By her own admission, Shelly Dark was born with a natural optimism, enthusiasm and energy. So when she retired to the Sunshine Coast, she was far from ready to spend her days relaxing. A passion for travel and talent for photography gave Shelly an inspired business idea. A unique travel blog where subscribers share access to daily instalments of her private travel diary and lots of photos. She travels to exciting destinations, focusing on design, history, architecture, art, antiques and fashion. Her followers wake each morning to a link to another exciting episode delivered straight to their inbox.
Well, we left our family farm, which is between Stanthorpe and Tenterfield, about 8 years ago to retire to the coast, with the idea that I'm going to start doing everything I've always wanted to do. I'm going to learn to play bridge, I'm going to look after grandchildren, going to start travelling, and all of those things I did. And I also fell in love with Instagram, which I just love. I've always loved photography, and to find a social media thing that was solely focused on photos, I just loved it. And so I started posting on Instagram and started seeing other people's travels. You know, every day I'd see someone's in Capri, someone else is in America. And I used to think, I wish I knew more about what they were doing. Where are they staying? What did they do today? I thought I'd even pay for them to tell me those things. And the more I thought about that, the more I thought, is there a business idea in this? And I thought, I think I could do this. I love writing, love photography. I think I could sell, you know, when I travel, I think I could sell a subscription to each trip I do. So they'd get a daily link that would go to my website, and I'd describe the day for them with lots of photos. And the more I thought about it, the more I thought, I can do this. I think I can do it. And I didn't have a website, of course, and I'd never built one. And I thought, well, I have to have a website. That's the first thing I need to do. And so I found one of those free website building places and built a website, which didn't turn out to be too hard at all. By that time, my Instagram following had risen. And I thought, well, these people like my photos, and they're the people whose travels I follow as well. And so I started marketing through Instagram. And so for the first trip, I went to Turkey and Barcelona and Paris last year. I got an amazing number, I thought an amazing number of people to pay the $25. It was really quite, you know, I thought, wow, this is great. And so I did the trip. You know, I'd get through a day's touring, and at the end of that day, I'd be exhausted. I'd think, I cannot write a thing tonight, I'll have to have a day off. And then I'd sit down and I'd start, and in no time at all, I'd forgotten. Yeah, forgotten totally. I was tired. You know, and the next thing I know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And so, you know, at the end of that trip, I thought, yes, I'm onto something here. It may never be the biggest business in the world, but I'm really, really loving what I'm doing. You know, and I've got so much more to learn. There's so many improvements I can make. But yes, so there you are. It's just been absolutely fantastic. I've increased my skills. You know, now I can make a website if you want me to. I think I know what marketing is. Doing it has increased my own enjoyment of my travels so much, I can't tell you. You know, every day I'm looking so much more carefully at everything, because I know I'm going to write about it that night, and because I've got to have good photographs, I'm constantly scanning the photographs. I'm constantly thinking what I'm going to write that night. You know, it really has increased my enjoyment enormously.
Make sure you don't miss out on Shelly's next exciting trip. Head to shellydark.com.